Yeah. Yeah, pretty much standard issue for this version of the Huskers. When you think something's going to happen, the opposite happens. We don't hit lefties, facing a lefty that's really good, and we got hits. And, Nate, I thought, was making pretty good pitches, and they were pounding the ball around. And when that happens, you can't back down. He kept throwing strikes. They got their hits, but we had no walks, no errors. Didn't help it with the free passes. And the boys all over the infield make great plays. Angelo, Spencer, Jackson, Colby. You got to do that to beat good teams, and we did that.
Questions? Hey, Darren, when you just kind of look at the box score of that game, you guys struck out 16 times. And, it just one of those games that kind of turns on a couple plays, or what was kind of your sense of the way that game unfolded?
I've stopped trying to figure out this team. I just know they're going to keep fighting, but they were, we have 4 double plays. You got to be able to make those type of plays. But the biggest thing is we didn't, with all the hard contact, we kept pitching to contact. We didn't, mix in walks with that. We gave up some loud outs and loud hits, but they just kept attacking. You do that, you got a fighting chance.
Mojo, I know you have to be ready at all times, but could you walk us through that experience in the first inning? Obviously, an unfortunate situation to come in, but how you were able to respond and then contribute even against some lefties there early on.
Yeah, Coach always says be ready for when your number's called, and it was a little bit sooner than I expected for this game. But as soon as he told me, grab my glove, go out to left field, I was ready to go and go out there and just compete.
Angelo, did you guys do anything differently against their starter the second time through the lineup? It seemed like you guys were seeing him a lot better the second time through the lineup. Was there any changes on your guys' part, or what kind of?
Yeah, we didn't make a whole lot of changes, honestly. He started to throw a little bit more off speed, in my opinion. He left a lot of sliders up, and we had I think it was 3 straight hits to the 6 hole, and that was huge, and that's when we got it was 4 in the 3rd inning. So I don't know if we really switched anything a whole lot in our lineup, but he just kind of started to leave pitches up, and that's when we do damage.
Mojo, seeing Angelo take their starter deep there in the second inning, did that do anything for your offense to say, hey, we can get to this guy and we can hurt him a little bit?
It'll fire you up. Angelo, he has a lot of power from the left side, and from the right side, we kind of give him a little bit of crap here and there about not having as much power, but he showed us, and just doing that gets the whole team confidence up and gets everyone going. Really fired up the dugout.
I guess for both Angelo and Mojo, I know a lot's been made about the struggles against left-handers, but to come out the way that you guys did and battle and put up the run total that you did, I guess what does that say about the adjustments, the approach, the grittiness, whatever it is about this team?
Yeah, usually when we face the lefty, we kind of heavily rely on walks and getting hit by pitches and whatnot. And like Coach said, a lot of times the bats aren't really there against lefties. But it's regional time, and you have to do what you can to win. And I think we came out and we showed that right away against a pretty good pitcher.
Hey, Darren, the bottom of the 6th, they had a guy on second and a guy on third. Robbie was facing a full count. He got out of it without giving up a run. Was that a big moment in your eyes? Was that kind of emblematic of his day? They had chances, and he just kept shutting the door?
Oh, we had chances, too. We left the same amount of players on base. So, why that was a big situation is we had scored in the top of the 6th. So what we were able to do is when they scored 2, we scored 1. Angelo got that homer. They get 2, we get 4. We didn't let them build momentum. We were able to score in those innings. That was a shutdown inning for Robbie, and that was huge. And Nate was able to do that as well after we scored 4 runs. So from that standpoint, absolutely, it's a huge situation to get a 0 there and get a shutdown inning and keep the momentum.
Hey, Robbie, can you maybe just walk us through your outing? Maybe they were getting some guys on, but you were finding a way to execute the pitches. What was working today?
Yeah, we know they're good hitters. We talked about it before the game, 1 through 9, they can all swing. Just continuing to execute our pitches. Coach Silva and I talked after the game. The reason we won is because we didn't walk anybody. They can pound out, I think, 18 hits, 19 hits, but it doesn't matter if nobody else is on base. They can, have little broken bat singles up the middle or singles in the 6th hole, or they can smash balls off the wall, but if nobody's on base, it doesn't matter. So, again, just continuing to get back on that next pitch. You can't be discouraged if you give up a hit. It does not matter. It's all about that run column. We come out on top, so that's what it's all about.
Robbie, you've pitched in these regional games before, but what do you think is different about this year's team that you guys were able to accomplish something that your past teams couldn't?
Just fighting, man. I know Angelo and I, have been into 3 regionals, and up until now we were 0-4, and God, we were pissed off. I think all of us kind of put that on our backs and we're saying, no, this isn't. We're done with this. We hate seeing, in the news, Darren Erstad can't win a regional game, and that's just not true. This team can win baseball games. This team can win a regional. We're ready to fight. And we're a big family. So, we're happy to go out there. We're happy to compete for each other. And we're going to continue to do that.
Darren, you have any update on Al?
Well, he's missing a few teeth. They reconstructed one of them on the bottom. There's a big gaping hole in his other one. So I gave him a hard time. I mean, his shoulder went out of socket, and he stayed in a game, but he can't stay in a game with broken teeth apparently. But he's pretty messed up. It's pretty swollen. Just a weird freak thing. Did the helmet hit? What hit?
The ball looked like.
The ball hit him. Okay, I couldn't tell, but yeah, but I saw it, and it was very, very similar to Angelo. Maybe not quite the damage Angelo had, but similar. But Alex, I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to try and play. I think they said he might be able to play, but I haven't got the full update yet. But
Did he leave the stadium? Ever seen the dugout?
they took him to a dentist somewhere. There's tons of medical people taking care of him, which was great. And he came back in the dugout later on, and we got to look at him. So.
Was that first inning? I mean, you have that happen. I mean, you give up a 2-run homer. You have the double play. I mean, that was a pretty.
It wasn't ideal. Yeah. I mean, when you're first and second, nobody out, and it happens where the bunt, that all happens. You lose a guy, and now you kind of take your normal left-hand lineup out of there, and then you get the double play, and you're like, all right, we're out of this, and then we're not out of it. So it was, it was interesting. And the first couple innings, it was like, what? I mean, I guess in my mindset, I'm like, this is just par for the course for this group, and I knew they weren't going anywhere. It's just, it's been an interesting ride. Been fun though.
Angelo, can you give us some insight into what Alex might have just gone through? I mean, Darren mentioned he went through something similar.
I don't know. I mean, he got hit in the mouth like you guys saw, and yeah, it sucks. But I was talking to him on the bench a little bit, and yeah, he said he was ready to go, and he said he thought he could possibly play. As soon as possible. But like Coach said, I don't know if it was as bad as mine, but yeah, he's still in a horrible situation, and he's a fighter, and he's not going to want to go home or lay over.
Angelo, what have you seen out of Spencer that his first postseason game, he's not scared of the moment at all? He's producing both in the field like you, but also at the plate.
Yeah, Spencer and Cam and the other younger guys, whether you're not playing or not. But yeah, Spencer, he's a stud, and that's why he plays here for a reason. He plays starting shortstop for here. But yeah, he's a great player, and the moment's never too big for him, in my opinion.
Hey, Darren, could you maybe walk us through the reasoning behind starting Nate today, and then I guess whether it'll be Matt tomorrow and what you expect from him?
Yeah, I think just when you're, like I always say, you're trying to win the tournament, and we felt, not that Matt couldn't, have competed, but we just felt that, Matt would be a better matchup for somebody else, and that Nate, having a little more rest, and Nate's been every bit as good as Matt's been this year. He's just fine handling the moment, and so that's kind of all those things kind of played into it, and I just made sense. And then of course Nate, it turns out he's sick, and he's been sick all week, so he had to fight through that, but he did, so it was good.
What's he been fighting?
Just the sniffles or something. It's just he got a sore throat. But he wouldn't say a word, he's never going to say anything. He's out there grinding and competing and giving everything he has.
Anything else? Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.